Nigel, so here's your coaching call recap video from our call. A nice rest and recuperation for a few days by the sounds of things, which again by the sounds of things was needed. So that's all good. So we're sort of refreshed and ready to go. Obviously you're planning a big ride next week, which is brilliant. We discussed obviously previous weeks in terms of what you would like to eat on the ride. Not only should it be nutritious, energy food, high in protein, etc., but you've also got to want to eat as well. And you come to some really good ideas that don't require to be sort of warm, which is good. So we've got that in place now. So something to think about for the sort of long ride that's coming up is in terms of when and how you want to eat those. So whether you want to eat sort of, I know obviously you have your gels and things like that as well, whether you want to eat a gel and your food that you've chosen together or space them out, depending on what's going to work best for you. Not only that, you've got the periodization of your sort of breaks on your cycling ride, so you might find that having more breaks would be better, which means you could separate your food intake, so you could have a gel cycle, then you could have some food cycle, if that works better for you, or you can have a gel and food and less breaks. The other benefit in theory to having gel and food at the same time is if you have your gel and then you have your food, you've got your quick releasing energy from your gel, and then as and when that starts wearing off, in theory the slower releasing energy from your food will then sort of pick up the pace. But again, that's not set in stone for everybody. Everybody's different, the way we perform is different. It's something you personally need to trial, which is something we can look at over the cycles this week leading up to the bigger one, and then we can see how that goes on the bigger cycle from Lincoln. Other thing we're going to be looking at next week is we're going to be looking at getting some of the strength and condition work in place, working on the core and shoulders and the legs as well. But we'll hash that all out next week, make sure it's going to be convenient and work out what's going to be the best way to consistently fit it in with your schedule, because consistency will be key with this. It's important that we get it done regularly to see the benefits from it. And then finally, if you can just update your weight and measurements for me on the app and then fill in the calorie calculator again for me, so we've got some up-to-date targets for that as well, which I'll get over to you as soon as that's done. So to recap, we've got sort of what, obviously you've got what you're eating now, but now we need to decide how and when you're eating that during cycling, so whether you're eating it together, so quick releasing food, slow releasing food, or separately, looking at the breaks on your cycles, what's going to work best for you and trial and error in that. And next week we'll touch on the strength and conditioning work and sort of hash out a plan in terms of that to make sure that's all working as it should be, and then we just need you to update your weights and measurements and fill in the calorie calculator. Other than that, Nigel, I hope you have a good week and I'll be in touch soon. Cheers, bye.